Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be looking into one example of user-defined method where we have to create a user-defined method whose name is Pronic. So the method name is Pronic and this method checks and print whether the number entered by the user is Pronic or not. And we have to take input of the number from user using scanner class. So first of all, what is a Pronic number? So a Pronic number is a number which is multiplication of two consecutive numbers. Let's say 110. So 110 is multiplication of 10 and 11. 72. 72 is multiplication of 8 and 9. So these are the two consecutive numbers. So whenever the product is multiplication of two consecutive numbers, then that number is called Pronic number. So first of all, we have to design the logic to find whether the number is Pronic or not. So the simplest way that we can use to calculate this is by taking loop. What we will do, we will take loop from 1 and we will go till the number that user has entered, and we will keep on checking if multiplication of I and its next number is equal to the number entered by user or not. So if this is true, then it is Pronic, and if it is not, then it is not Pronic. So this is the easiest logic then one can think to solve this problem. But this program, this type of logic is not practically possible to implement in real life. Why? Because the loop is going from 1 till n to find whether the number is Pronic or not. So in case of 110, this particular loop will be executed 110 times, or I can say 109 times. So bigger the number, more memory it will consume to check the value. So instead of this, I will use another technique which will consume less memory and give us the output. So here we can see that 110 is multiplication of two consecutive numbers. So what I can do is I can assume that 11 is just bigger than 10. So I will find a number which is nearer to multiplication of these two numbers. What I mean to say is I will find square root of this number, which would be nearly 10.4 something, 10.5 something, and I will apply typecasting of integer on this number. So after I apply int type of typecasting on this, then this will get converted to 10. Now I know that if I multiply this with that number after adding 1 to it, then I know that I will get 110 as the answer, and I will simply check whether the number is equal to this or not. Similarly is the case of 72. What I will do, I will find square root of 72. This would be nearly equal to 8.74, and I will apply integer typecasting over it, and this will give me answer as 8. The answer which I obtained, I will multiply that answer by adding 1 to it and find the product. If this answer is equal to this, then this is a Pronic number. So this is the logic that I will apply to solve this problem. And this will work for any number, and it will only execute the statements one time, which was not happening in this previous technique. In this previous technique, higher the number, the more number of times the statements will be executed and higher memory will be utilized. But in this case, the number of statements will be executed is only once, whichever number is entered by the user. So now I will write the statements as my num variable is having the number that is entered by the user. I will apply square root on this. So math.sqrt of num. Then I have to do typecasting. So I will do typecasting to integer over here, and then I will store this value in another variable called sq. Then I will check if value of multiplication of sq and sq plus 1 is equals to the value that user has entered, then I can say that it is a Pronic number. If not, it is not a Pronic number. So this is the main statement on which the whole logic of our program is dependent. So this is the main statement using which we can find whether the number is Pronic or not. I will execute this in BlueJ and show you the output by entering different numbers during the execution. This is the full program that I have written. If you want, you can take screenshot of this. Now I will execute the program. I am entering number as 72. So we can see that the number is a Pronic number. Now what if I enter number as 71? 71 should not be a Pronic number. So we can see that it is not a Pronic number. I will take example of 6. 6 is multiplication of 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 again are two consecutive numbers. So we are getting that it is a Pronic number. Now if I take example of 8, then 8 is 4 into 2, or I can say 2 into 4. So that is not multiplication of two consecutive numbers. So it should give me not a Pronic number. So this is how we can check whether the number entered is Pronic number or not. User defined method whose name is Pronic. So if you have any query related to this program, then you can definitely ask your query in comment section. And if you have any question that you are not able to solve, then you can send your question on my mail ID. I will try to create a video on it and help you solve your query. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.